Guess it sounds like they've snuck in a soundtrack on top of everything else through the sound effects. Hello everyone, I'm Nyx Tae, and welcome to the Ministry for Ungentlemanly PV stream. We are again at the Tobin Expo Center. Tonight, Aegis Night. And that monstrosity in front of us is not a war machine, that's the Reclaimer. A massive recycling facility designed to scrap up ships in zero-G and deliver the parts to wherever. But that's not what Aegis is known for. Aegis is known for these others here, the military hardware. If you're dealing with the Space Navy, chances are they're flying something from Aegis, shooting something from Aegis, or, well, you get the idea. Let's go ahead and get into it then. Instead of going straight for the big guy here, I'm actually going to go down the stairs here and take a look at what they've got in the hologram room. Because there's a couple there that I haven't seen before. I think they're pretty cool. You remember last time the couch seating area was where they were showcasing four-wheeled vehicles, not something Aegis rolls out. Nope, instead, we're going to get to take a look at this. I kind of like the design of this one here. It looks like something I'd want to throw together in Space Engineers. This ship is a gunship, the Aegis Redeemer. As they're saying here, the Star Citizen backers are the ones who designed this thing. Basically, it's your ship for getting into places maybe people don't want you and dropping off your buddies to go have some fun. Turret up top, turret down below, and enough guns to make me drool a puddle. Also, kind of like the engine nacelle design there. They don't do that with too many ships, which I think is kind of a shame. Kind of reminds me of a Pelican, too. I like it, though. They even got a little virtual tailgun turret there. That's pretty cool. I know the Valkyrie's a solid dropship platform, but I think I kind of prefer to play around with that. Shame we don't get to mess with it tonight, but at least we get to look at it. And this guy here, kind of blocky. What was this one? The Vulcan. That's right. This was their repair ship. Basically, the idea is that you bring along one of these in the fleet and they can fix your ships up and keep you going. One of the things I've noticed with some of the Aegis ships, especially the smaller fighters like the Gladius, they're definitely intended to have support. They do what they do very well and very effectively, but they don't have the fuel for long range or the ammo capacity for an extended brawl. So something like that in a fleet makes sense. Kind of looks like a helmet on the front end. There we go. This one I remember. This one's the mine layer. And it looks kind of different from the other Aegis ships to me. It's very much like an arrow. Or a spear, I guess. I'm used to Aegis ships being a little more blunt. Let's see, they call this one the Nautilus. So I guess the idea is it's deploying the mines at the back end here. Can't really see where they pop out. Or maybe it's down below. That's a challenging concept for me, though. Mines in a zero-G environment means you have to distribute them in 3 dimensions, not just 2 like we do with our Navy ships in the modern world. So, be interesting to see what sorts of things players come up with for this. Although, we've already had people blockade systems with just regular ships. There was a boycott at one point where they took over a fuel depot in protest to I don't remember what. But it was interesting to see that, yeah, people can literally do what they want. And the consequences that come with it. It turned into something of a fight because the other PvPers decided that they would like to refuel there. There we go. This one's the Saber. This is more on the high end for your one-man fighters. The one that outclasses this that I'm thinking of right now is the Vanguard, but the Saber, oh, look at that. The lines of it's got all the guns. I do enjoy having all the guns. Let's take a look at the cockpit. Oh, that's not the button I wanted. There we go. Enter pilot seat.
Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green.
Pretty cool. I do like how Aegis does their MFDs, the way it's laid out, so you can have everything pretty much right in front of you. Not a bad cockpit hood, though. Some of the other ships that are rolling out with the newer ones, though, give you better visibility along the sides, which is becoming even more important as we go along. Oh. Heads up, we got a ghost. I just go ahead and pull him on stream real quick. Or maybe real slow. Come on.
Connected. You were moved.
There we go.
Hello there, sir.
Welcome to the stream, Nyx.
Thank you.
Just went down and checked out the Holo Room, was looking at the Sabres. They've got both the variants out here flanking the Reclaimer.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah. Though I don't recognize the weapons they've got on this one. What is this? Oh, the Comet. That's why I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah, so the Comet is the version that's built specifically for dogfighting, Arena Commander in particular. So you have a couple of ballistic scatterguns, along with, I believe it's a couple of laser cannons on there. So it hits really, really hard.
Yeah, I can see they've got the laser guns in towards the center and then the scatter guns along the wing's edge. And then I like this feature, the missiles deploy from a bomb bay in the underside.
They do indeed. That's standard on both Sabre variants, actually, the stock Sabre as well as the Raven, if I remember
Oh,
right.
I see them now. They're open up on the stock Sabre over there too.
That's the one. Just have to have the missiles online, otherwise that bay closes away very nicely.
Huh. Very cool. So they've got pretty much the whole Aegis lineup rolled out right now. Sabres they put front and center. What do you think? Are they the tops for the Aegis dogfighters?
You know, as a medium weight dogfighter, they can certainly turn and burn with a few things, and they have a stealth profile like you would not believe, especially when they're fully loaded for it. However, they are only a single seat fighter, so they don't have the best range, and they, when you consider things like the Vanguards, don't survive as well. They rely more on being stealthy rather than being able to simply soak up the incoming fire. So excellent ship, especially for ambushes, and a heck of a lot of fun to fly, especially once you get them down in atmosphere, because as you can see, they're very, very aerodynamic ships, but not the most durable.
So speaking of stealth, it looks like they're going to let us actually play with an Eclipse this year. Oh, yes they are. I'll put you in my pocket.
Very nice.
God, no, I'm thinking back to that one time we had an Eclipse on our tail that we could never quite see. He just popped up occasionally, then vanished, and then suddenly the Carrack was taking missile fire.
Indeed, and they've made torpedoes significantly more of a threat since then, and we took some serious damage from that, if you recall.
Now, if I remember, that was a very credible threat they threw at us. So you're saying it's gotten more explosive since that time we were hit?
Dead right. I have to wonder, though, if that is also because they're trying to make torpedoes an actual threat to capital ships. And let's be honest, the Carrack, while it is large, is not a dedicated capital ship that's designed for combat.
No.
And countermeasures have also taken a step or two up as well.
I do like the cockpit design. It's very slick. Clearly not a dogfighter, though.
Oh, definitely not. I'll be honest, I love that ship just from the cockpit. It's absolutely beautiful, but the cockpit is just, for me, wow. It really gives you that I'm in a stealth bomber feeling.
Oh, it does. It's like something out of a movie. I love it. Although now I'm concerned because they're letting players play with this thing, and now if the torpedoes are actually going to take out capital ships in just a couple of shots, that means our Carrack's days are numbered.
But the counter to that is, of course, countermeasures, because while they did the rework for missiles before missile operator mode comes in, they are very, very, very effective against missiles now. So realistically, as long as we have a chance to deploy them, we're probably not going to get hit.
I would hope not. I'm down here on my belly looking at the torpedo bay of the Eclipse. These things are bigger than I am, and it looks like they've got 4 on a rotating revolver setup.
Yeah, it's size 9 torpedoes, I believe, and there were either 3 or 4 of them. I could never figure out exactly how many.
Well, I can definitely see 3. Maybe it's coming up. 4th one up there? No, it looks like it's just the 3. Still, though, I'm kind of worried about whatever ship 3 of these things doesn't take care of.
Your capital class vessels like your Idrises, your Bengals, and so on, your Javelins will snigger at that. Well, not snigger at it, but it's not going to take them out, not by itself.
Yeah, I would not call that a snigger. Oh, and they gave it looks like a Badger under the wing.
A couple of GT-215s, I believe, Mantises.
So they went solid shot.
They did indeed. Now, interesting little thing with those is they actually retract into the wings. And at least previously, you could fire them when they were retracted into the wings.
Well, hopefully they got that fixed. I don't want to think about what the collision physics would do now if you fired inside your wing.
Well, if you have a look at the front of the wing there, just in front of the gun, so leading edge of the wing, it actually looks like there's a hole there specifically for the rounds to come out of, almost.
Not seeing the hole. Looks like they might have bolted that up.
I thought previously there was. Oh, well.
There's an intake. I don't think we want bullets flying out of the intake, though.
Probably not so much. I'm going to go with that in the bug.
Alright, let's see if I can get you in group then real quick.
Sounds like a plan.
Actually, can I do it through the Friends channel? Yes! Let's do it the easy way. Huzzah!
Yay! And I will join you as soon as the server's not full.
Oh, yeah, that's a problem. Everyone wants to get in on this. I think this one's the Redeemer, or I don't know, starts with an R. The Retaliator, that's what it is.
Yes, that is indeed the Tally.
Is this one still slated for redesign? Because I know that the interior they were wanting to put some love into.
So I believe it is. I think right now they're leaving it like that as a squadron asset because it's NPCs flying it, so they don't have to be too panicked about it.
It looks like it only gets 2 size 9s for its torpedo loadout.
I'm sure it's more than that.
It must be somewhere else, because I'm looking at the bomb bay and there's just 2 of them hanging up there.
Yeah, I think it can carry a couple of bays worth of them. And I actually don't think they're size 9s anymore, because those look bigger than what was on the Eclipse.
Are they? Hang on, let's take a second look back at these things. They could be. It's very hard to gauge the size of things in virtual land.
Oh, it absolutely is.
I don't know. Let's go on board. Maybe they've got some more stored in the back and they just fire them 2 at a time.
They have 2 more forward.
Oh, forward. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I knew I wasn't looking at all the armament this thing has.
They've also redesigned various other ships in the Aegis line significantly since then. So I would imagine if they when they get around to redesigning this, we will see some drastic changes, and I would anticipate its payload raising significantly.
Well, I would think so, because there's no way this thing this big should have a payload less than the Eclipse. Why does it say caution? Oh! Camera is doing weird things.
Because I believe that one's a lift.
I think I just activated a turret?
Ah, that would be it. Yes.
Yep, we're in a turret. We're in, I guess, a top? No, this isn't a top turret. They flipped me upside down.
Yeah. Yeah, so they've stopped doing that so much now. They with the turret rework.
I like that it flips you upside down when it loads you in. Like, that's kind of cool, isn't it? Definitely, because I'm thinking of the turret on the Connie, and that chin turret still feels awkward.
It does, but then when you look at things like the, what is it by Anvil? The Valkyrie, if you look at the chin turret there, that is a lower mounted turret that has an excellent field of fire.
That's true. The Valkyrie does do its turrets well, as you want all your dropships to do proper turrets.
Very true that, for that matter. So does the Hammerhead. Something to do with being a dedicated anti-fighter capital ship.
Yeah, that thing's a destroyer is what that is.
It really is.
I do like that out of Aegis we're seeing ships that have specialized combat roles, so it makes sense to actually put together a fleet if you've got enough friends.
Well, Aegis have been in the game for quite a while. They do have a bit of a, shall we say, tarnished history, having been involved with the Mesa regime, but they've recovered from it, and frankly, I personally really like their style.
Okay, I'm finding the second bomb bay where they've decided to put 4, so yeah, multiple bomb bays on this thing. When you absolutely have to ruin someone's day.
It's also supposed to be a very long-range bomber, the kind of thing you would send your vanguards out with.
I find this amusing as a former EVE player. They've got Clear Sky written on the side of the bomb.
Yes.
Let's take a look up front. There we go. There's the cockpit and another turret. Okay.
You've also got accommodation, and you have, what have we got up there? Escape pods.
Well, it is not bad, except now my head seems to be good. Okay, there we go. My head is fixed. Now, it's not bad overall, but I remember the AI throwing a couple of these at one point and taking them out with a 325. So not the best turret coverage. Oh, I guess I'm going back in the seat. Okay. Not the best turret coverage has been my experience. The back and underside were definitely lighter than the top.
No, it's very much lacking in as far as the turrets go, and CIG themselves have recognised that, but fixing the turrets would require a major redesign, and part of the idea behind it in Squadron is that, yes, it's a long-range bomber, but like the B-52, you wouldn't send it unescorted into enemy territory.
Not ideally, no. Actually, I can only think of 2 times a B-52 was sent unescorted anywhere to finish its mission.
Yes, well, bit of a different payload for that situation.
Yeah, they didn't want to risk other craft next to it.
And given the circumstances at the time, it wasn't viewed as a threat. Because, let's be honest, who looks at a single aircraft going overhead and worries about it when previously you've been used to seeing tens, if not hundreds, of aircraft showing up to try and flatten everything in the area?
Okay, why is this door not opening? Let me out. I might be stuck in the bomber.
You've got a few doors there, so you can go other ways.
Yep, it was open. There we go. Okay. Whoosh. Yeah, I do see what CIG means about the interior being very linear on this, but I kind of feel like that's appropriate.
It's linear, it's too narrow for what they want. Basically, they've already identified that the whole ship needs a redesign, and I think once Squadron comes out and they have some assets to throw around, we'll see them do that.
Probably. For right now, though, as an NPC vessel, I think it works. Not something I would use, but I don't get to bomb capital ships and planets as much as I would like.
Agreed.
Yeah. But you agree that I should bomb planets more often? I like that.
Yeah, I do.
See,
I mean, explosions are a way of life.
That's friendship right there, folks. They support you, whatever it is that you're going after. Alright, let's take a look and see what else they've got around the hall here. And who have we got on tonight? Hey, we've got Aiton Lurks. Glad to see you both in the chat. Okay, so Zenith Hall, that goes back to our main area. I'm going to slip around here. If I remember right, we had the Avengers here, was it? Let's check. No, these are not Avengers. These are Vanguards. Ooh. I thought they just had the 2 variants of Vanguard, but it looks like they've added a couple.
Vanguard has 4 variants all up.
Yes, it does, and my oh my, that is a large cannon under the chin. What are you? You are the Harbinger! Yeah.
So it's a size 5 by default that's gimbaled down to a size 4. Makes it pretty flexible, packs some real hurt. The downside, of course, to that particular configuration is that don't bump the nose.
No, you would not want to bump the nose when your nose is that big, but yeah, I like the tank treads on the landing gear. That's always cool. I'm looking at that, though, and holy crap, that is a large weapon to be using. So it's got the 4 fixed guns on the nose, the gimbal big gun.
Correct. So what you have on the nose there is 4 fixed size 2s. Those are custom weapons that are built specifically for the Vanguard and come in pretty much every flavour you can think of outside of scattershot. Namely, you've got cannon and repeater variants for laser, ballistic and distortion.
And they let this thing keep its turret.
They did indeed, and frankly, with the size of the ship, you need that turret. I know you've been turret gunner for me a few times, and you've seen the number of times I've had to just roll the ship so I can point you at the target, because
Yeah.
otherwise I can't get my nose on it.
Yeah, that is one of the downsides to the Vanguard ships. But these are what, long-range fighters, as I understand it?
Long range heavy fighters, yeah, that's correct. So basically, they are durable enough that you can quite literally lose a third of the ship and it will still keep flying. I mean, I'm talking from experience here, folks. I've actually had an entire engine nacelle ripped off the ship, and I was still able to take the thing into combat. It wasn't easy. It
Yeah,
involved a lot of rolling and interesting maneuvers, but it was doable.
I remember one mission where you had to keep fighting the pirate swarm that would, for whatever reason, not stop spawning endlessly, whereas I had to take the 325 back and actually refuel at one point.
That's correct. That thing has an incredible amount of fuel on board, and given the opportunity, it will recover it quite happily as well. Now, the variant I'm running actually is the electronic warfare version, and it has a nasty little trap called EMP.
Yeah, I've been caught by that a few times. What I'm looking at is the Hoplite. This one's their drop ship. Because I'm thinking, okay, they've got a Valkyrie. Why do they want a Hoplite drop ship? Because I'm seeing you can pack 6 guys in back, pilot up front, gunner up in the turret. So I guess if you just need to deploy a single fire team, is that where they're going with this?
Absolutely, I think it is. Realistically, a Valkyrie is not suited for dogfighting, and it's shorter range, relatively speaking. You're also needing to deploy, as you say, an entire team of Marines versus a squad.
So I guess the Hoplite's something you would take for just you and your buddies, is what they're thinking. I could see
Very
that.
much so. Very much so, especially if you're considering or expecting maybe some light fighter opposition.
Yeah, you're not going to be Boba Fett in that thing, but I can definitely see it being, a party raid on an 890 jump that's been taken over. Ooh,
Oh, absolutely.
I was looking at this gun earlier. I guess on the nose of the Hoplite they're going with the big version of the Mantis. Apocalypse Arms, of course.
That's one way of putting it, yes. It slings bullets.
It certainly looks like it does sling bullets. So what are they putting in this? Oh, they're putting the Vanguard Warden as their centerpiece.
That Vanguard Warden is the stock variant. Essentially, it doesn't have any of the fancy bells and whistles like EMP or rockets, or sorry, actual missiles.
It's got some missiles here.
Absolutely, sorry, I misspoke. All the Vanguard variants have quite a wee pile of missiles that they can throw around. The Harbinger, though, is the missile specialised variant that replaces the turret weaponry with rocket pods and some smaller torpedoes in the bomb bay.
So that Hoplite back there had no turret then?
No, the Hoplite does have a turret. It is.
It's a turret with rocket pods. Okay. Wow. So that's on Mr. Torg's wish list.
The Harbinger is absolutely on Mr. Torg's wish list, especially given you have I believe it's a Combine ballistic cannon under the nose, which fires some, shall we say, sizable shells.
I think I just fell through the planet.
Somebody wasn't wearing a spacesuit, was he?
No, I like the rush of falling through. Okay.
Well, I see you down there, half a kilometre away and disappearing quickly.
I'll just wake up in my bed because it was all a bad dream. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So the last of the Vanguards, the EW variant that you like to run, from what I saw, it had the same interior as the standard, but it's got the EW, whereas the other one doesn't.
So it is a little bit different. Actually, it's been a wee while since I've been in the standard. What have they done back here?
Didn't look too terribly different from what I'm used to seeing.
So, slightly different layout. You've got some, just configured a little differently. You've basically got a little bit of room for servers instead of what they're labeling as avionics access.
Well, you would have a lot of avionics involved with the EW variant.
Yeah, very definitely. Very definitely.
Nice. Well, I know that they've got all of their Titans on display. I don't think they've changed that much since we used to run Titans around.
Oh, I still drive my Titan around.
Do you? I thought you were all about the Warden these days.
Honestly, I like the Titan for being a little more small, compact, cheaper to run. When I don't need to get somewhere in a heck of a hurry, and I'm wanting something that feels a bit more single-person-y.
And has the gimbaled weaponry.
Yeah, that too.
Okay, let's get back on the train. Back on track. Haha. I don't care if I get downvoted for that pun. It was worth it. Alright, so the Titan, now let's see, there was the bounty hunting one, there was the one that has cargo space in back, the one that has the giant EMP generator that fills up the cargo space.
Yes.
What was the fourth variant that I'm forgetting?
So it's basically just a specialized version of the cargo runner.
What, more cargo?
Same cargo, just a different livery and sorry, just trying to track down where they're hiding, and a slightly different default package, weapons package and defense package.
Huh. How about that? So I guess they're not the only company to repaint something and call it a new name.
Oh, absolutely not. In fact, if you remember your Sabre, it's exactly the same thing.
Yeah, it did
Sorry,
look
not
very
Sabre.
similar. Yeah, it was the Sabre. The Sabre Comet had the pixelated camo pattern, which I'm still not sure why pixelated camo goes on a spaceship. Because
Honestly, I've found it works really, really well for blending into the background against, frankly, a lot of things, because it makes it appear more grey. And let's be honest, grey is one of those colours that the eye naturally tends to just skip over because it's boring, it's plain, it doesn't really have anything going on.
True. It's not nearly as exciting as the red ships, which is why the red ships go faster.
Precisely. The ship I was trying to think of was your Gladius.
Oh, yeah, the Gladius. They've got the Gladius and the Gladius Valiant on display. Here's the challenge everyone can play at home. Which one is the Gladius and which one is the Valiant? Just looking at them from the showroom floor. Because I have a hard time telling the difference.
Yeah, I'm just on my way over to find them.
It's kind of a shame. They used to have a special paint job for the Valiant to distinguish it from the standard Gladius. There was an ODP logo, which I think was Orion Defense Patrol, on the wings. Also, different loadout of weapons. Right. Yeah. Which I liked the logo because it looked like the OCD logo from RoboCop. Oh, I wonder if maybe that's why they stopped putting that livery out. Maybe somebody objected.
They're generally pretty good about saying when that happens.
Yeah, I don't know why the paint job on the Valiant changed back to the default paint job. It's kind of weird. I never got an answer back from them on what happened with that.
I'm going with it's a bug.
Whew. Well, they're putting on a show with IAE, so I suppose the paint job of a single ship is probably not top priority. I should double check the map before I go running off into the yonder. Let's see, we checked out the Eclipse, the Retaliator, the Vanguards. Okay, Titans, up and right, and the
I'm
value.
actually looking at the Hammerhead and Gladii. Gladii?
Yeah, down
Is
here
that
in
the
Hall
correct
3.
plural?
Is what?
Gladii?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Gladiuses?
Because I know the Romans just called them a legion, and we're done with it from there.
True.
Alright, so which one do you think is the Valiant, right or left?
Right. It's
Yeah?
got the it's got different orange, different shade of orange on it.
I swear it's the same paint job.
It is, but your lines there around the side. Sorry, I've got my helmet on, so I'll just kick the light on.
Okay.
So these lines here specifically are a different shade of orange to the ones over the other side. It's really visible if you stand back at the entrance and have a look.
I just gotta go over and see this for myself now, because the lighting's giving me a bit of a glare. Okay, so yeah, it is a little brighter. That's a weird distinction to make.
Yeah, it's more yellowy and washed out, whereas I see the other one is quite a distinctive orange.
What in the world are they doing?
I have no idea. I'm going with a bug.
I guess, but it's weird that the bug would have the paint slightly different. Now, I did hear tell that they had maybe put the gun racks onto these things. Let's see if I can find that gun rack. Was it... Open door. Here it is. Ooh, that's cool.
Hello.
This is a new feature. I like this. That's cool, because we're always collecting spare guns.
Oh, definitely. And as the premiership of Squadron 42, I am very much looking forward to driving one of these.
Oh, yeah, it's a great combat ship. I love my Valiant. I like flying the Hawk. I talk about the Hawk quite a lot when it comes to Star Citizen, but at the end of the day, if I've got a really tough thing to deal with, this is the thing I brawl with, because it'll take a punch right on the chin and slug right back. Ooh, look at the hammerhead.
It is a sizable ship, to say the least.
That turret redesign they did when this thing rolled out was just wonderful. It really helped.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, if we head back under the tail before heading into the ship, you can see what the underside turrets look like.
Yeah, let's have a quick look back here. Okay, so they're just hanging this one straight down.
Yeah, they took a slightly different approach with it.
Yeah, but it looks like here you flip upside down in the turret, which I do like that for underside turrets. You're in 0G, things don't have to always be upright according to the ship's orientation.
No, but I can see why you would want it to be upright relative to the ship's orientation, because it makes it easier for, say, for example, calling directions. You know, they're at our right, right, low right, turn, fire.
Yeah,
But
makes
with
sense.
the HUD improvements, where it's now possible to say, okay, they're at 90 degrees, 10 down, that's actually going to show on your HUD.
Heavy gunship, I like that classification. Still kind of odd they would put this empty space in the middle of it. It's a nice aesthetic, but I don't think it gives it combat value.
No, not really.
Going up?
I shall do the same then.
Yep, there he is.
Fancy seeing you here.
Uh-oh, did I break it again?
Mine lagged for a moment there as well.
Yeah, yep,
It's
I'm getting some
recovered.
drag. Come on, baby. You can do it. I think I might have broke it again.
Uh-oh.
Oh my. Yep, we're in the process of a hard crash, it looks like.
Well, drat.
Darn. Darn, darn, darn.
Oh, I just saw you move, so...
Oh, did you? Because right now it's done that thing where it reverts to a previous point. It's showing my view back in the reclaimer hall, and it
Well,
insists that's the only thing I can see.
you just turned about 45 degrees to your left.
45 degrees! And only
there you go.
the...
You're moving around now.
Oh, okay, so I just have no visual of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
What in the...
So you're definitely present in the universe. I think it's just catching...
There we go. Okay, we're back. I live.
Woohoo!
Oh, that was a horrible, horrible moment.
Is
Okay.
the torch helping at all?
Torch? No, I didn't even... Oh, there's the torch. Now I can see it.
So this is actually what the ship looks like under its powered down lighting. So
Kinda like it.
essentially it's in standby mode. Yeah, it's one thing I like about Aegis. They have some very cool lighting.
I do like that they went with the rounded hull aesthetic for this ship. I know it's not the Millennium Falcon, but it could be.
Oh, absolutely.
This is cool too. I like this. Now this is a cargo deck / engineering all together at once.
Correct. Cargo deck, you could have a vehicle in there quite comfortably. Yeah. And engineering, I mean, personally I feel maybe they could have done a little bit better job of shielding the engines myself, but, you know, maybe I'm just picky.
Hey, you weren't planning on having kids, right? Little radiation's good for you.
But hey, who is it of us two that's wearing the armor that's actually going to slow that stuff down at least?
Are you kidding? This shirt is totally machine washable and synthetic fiber. There's not a bit of real cotton in it anywhere.
I hear the blood washes right out.
I hope so. There's bound to be some eventually on it.
Yeah, so were you going to jump in your rear turret and maybe show folks what that looks like?
Oh, they got that's where the turret access is. Okay. Yeah, I'm just...
Yes, this is your rear lower turret.
It's just weird to me that they would put the cargo bay in engineering. I've never seen that on any ship design ever.
Yeah, each to their own.
That's kind of disorienting the first time through.
Well, let me come down and say g'day.
What? When you say come down, you don't mean like crawl down the tube I just loaded through, right?
No, I'm just come down the elevator in half a sec.
They say it's powered on, but they won't let me actually aim it. Why won't they let me play with weapons inside a facility?
I don't know. Coincidence, must be.
Yeah, must be coincidence and have nothing at all to do with previous ministry activities. None.
No, not at all. Hey, why are you upside down there?
I'm not upside down, you're walking on the ceiling.
Okay, you got me.
Doing a little Spider-Man thing. Whee! That is actually kind of fun to have it flip you upside down like that.
Oh, it is. And it means you get to maintain that excellent visibility.
Which is key for turrets. I know they've done improvements on communications with the turrets where you can pin targets, you can direct them towards a specific pin, but being able to see for yourself is worth so much more in a fight.
Oh, absolutely. I think it all goes hand in hand.
Well, the comprehension's instant when you can see something.
definitely.
Which way does this door go? No, is that not a door? Okay, I don't think that's a door.
Let me have a look.
This is a door. Yep, that was not a door, that was a bulkhead. I tried to open a bulkhead to somebody's bed. It's hard to tell sometimes.
Oh, the captain's quarters.
Yep. You can tell this is a military vessel because the captain has more space than anybody, and it's about the size of a walk-in closet.
Yeah, yeah.
With a desk. I like that, though. The ships were like Star Trek. I like Star Trek, but I always thought their crew quarters were just really unbelievable. Especially when you're dealing with spaceships where space is literally at a premium on the ship. You have to heat it, you have to maintain oxygen levels, you have to have material to enclose it within the ship. Just big, bulky things you don't want to do in space. Oh, there's the bridge. Shiny. They said they were experimenting when they decided to sling the cockpit underneath. I think it actually makes more sense for trying to land one of these behemoths.
Oh, it absolutely does. It absolutely does. Interestingly enough, though, it has some interesting side effects when you're flying because most people naturally and correctly tend to default of, oh, the cockpit's above me. Oh, sorry, the ship is below me. I'm sitting at the top.
Yeah, I can see where that might cause some problems, but overall, I like the idea of having it on the bottom, especially when you're going to land a Hulk this big.
Oh, definitely.
It's been one of the problems I've had, and why I was looking at the head tracking feature of Star Citizen, because if I'm trying to land just a cutlass, being able to look down and see where I'm about to go with the ship is really helpful, and usually I have to stop what I'm doing, hold down the Z button, pivot the mouse around. Bit awkward. Having a cockpit underslung makes sense.
So thankfully we do have some good news in that arena. They are working on getting the feature that gives us essentially a landing radar back in. Well, it's been nice knowing you. Still have your ankles?
I have my ankles. I have disembarked. I was trying to figure out why they had double doors there. Now I do.
Yeah. It's for reasons, in case you have to board somebody. No,
Yeah.
in all seriousness, this is probably where the ship-to-ship or ship-to-station docking will happen.
Yeah, I would say ship to station makes more sense because not a lot of ships have an airlock design on them, which I know on the Cutlass, yeah, it's a Drake ship, but it's kind of awkward that the only thing between you and hard vacuum is a piece of sheet metal. And once you open that, your cargo bay loses all atmosphere, and then the living quarters is just one door away, and that door's automatic. It just, doesn't seem like something I'd be able to get life insurance with.
Hey, that's Drake though. Let's be quite fair. That is the Drake mindset.
It is. If you wanted to live, you should have bought Aegis.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go take a look at the Avengers, because I haven't gotten to put those on camera yet. What with the falling through the world and everything. Tell you, stairs. Claptrap was right. You cannot trust stairs.
Well, no, you can't.
Nope, don't turn your back on them. Not for an instant. Tobin Convention Center is huge, though. Just getting from exhibit to exhibit takes a minute or two of running.
It is, and I see really, really cool, something we couldn't do last year, is go back and visit the Consolidated Outland floor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've still got it up. I thought at first maybe I'd logged in a little too early, But no, they're apparently leaving it open, so anyone who missed yesterday can still get in there, take a look at those Mustangs, experience the wonders of canopy toggle.
Which is an incredibly cool way of doing it. In previous years, they haven't allowed you to do that, and frankly, I like that they are this year.
Well, space considerations, server limitations. I'm guessing that this year the tech is advanced enough to let them get away with it. There we go, everyone. This is the Avenger Warlock, and this is not a hamster treadmill. This is the the EMP generator. Goodness. Let me get a drink. It's almost hypnotic. I should make this a screensaver. Oh, trying to lock me in the hamster wheel of doom. I see how it is.
Yes, absolutely. I was hoping to catch you in there, and then you'd have no choice but to go round and round and round.
I have always liked the Avengers aesthetic design, though, because it looks like a space shuttle to me, but more futuristic.
Frankly, that is why I still have mine. I was considering upgrading it to the Cutlass Blue for the bounty hunting side of things, but
yeah.
I still have my Avenger with its half a dozen jail cells in the back.
This is the one you have, right? The Titan with the blue-yellow paint job? No.
So this is the Titan Renegade, and no, not the one I have. I have the Avenger. Gosh, let me go and have a look. I'm not remembering.
It's a walk down memory lane for me. Oh, the Stalker, that's right. Look at this. Even in the cockpit, you can pretty much see everything that's going on around. The cockpit for the Avenger, I've always liked.
It is a really, really nice cockpit, and in fact, it was Squadron that caused the ship to get a rework, and in the process, a bit of an upsize, which...
Oh, I didn't realize it was bigger.
Yeah, they expanded the dimensions slightly, so you now have enough room to actually walk around, particularly next to the bed area, without having to crouch.
I remember how cramped that used to be. It is a great ship, though, just from the standpoint of you've got a bed, you've got some room for some cargo, you've got some weapons, so you can do a little bit of everything. Kind of Aegis's all-rounder, I would call it.
Yeah, very much agreed.
Alright, so now this is the Titan. This is your cargo shuttle, just like the last one we saw. With the bed, cockpit, just different paint job.
And a slightly different stock loadout. So realistically, you could get either one, and then either get a paint job to repaint it and some different weapons, and you're going to end up with the same ship. It's basically just what you want to start with is the default package.
I don't know if I like the white or the gold and blue, because gold and blue, that's got style, but white's just classy.
So I actually have a green camouflage paint job for mine, and I have to say I really like it.
That's right. Here we go. These are the bounty hunter closets.
In you go.
I'm worried that if I go in this thing, I'm not going to be able to get back out. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get back out. I'm stuck in here now. Oh, nope. It lets... Okay, that is not a well-designed prisoner transport system.
No, it's not. They've actually tweaked them, I think, because previously I don't think you could open them from the inside.
Which, yeah, that's ideal, but I can also see a lot of people getting stuck inside their own ship and having to explain something rather embarrassing.
Yeah, I think ultimately that was why they changed it over.
I got tired of all the tickets saying I'm locked in my own ship.
I think more likely they also saw a lot of suicides happening because people were stuck in there and complaints about it.
See, now they've got the prison system in place, so if you get locked inside your own ship and suicide to get out of your prison pod, do you go to prison? I'm wondering how that game system pans out. Nice
And
little
then-
ship, though.
Because it's technically a bed, I wonder if they would respawn you in it after you'd done your prison time.
So Sucker Punches and Mantis is what they've put on this,
Yes.
if I remember. Yeah.
Not Sucker Punches, these are Omni Skies.
Oh, that's right. We're dealing with the Bounty Hunter version that gets the Omni Skies.
Yes, which I actually tend to run in a slightly different configuration myself.
Well, since it's Aegis, I'm thinking we need to grab some of these Aegis ships and do some bounty hunting. I just don't know which ones to get.
Well, there's one or two shiny ones, yes.
How about we... Gosh, they are very shiny. So very shiny. You know what? How about some Gladiuses, and we'll do some patrols. There's bound to be some pirates out here. Actually, I should still have my Gladius on demand.
So I have a wee bit of Aegis in my lineup.
Just a couple? Just a couple?
4 of them. An Avenger, a Gladius, a Saber, and a Vanguard.
Yeah, it looks like they've reset most of my weapons. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, they have. I'm missing all of my
likewise
gimbal
for me.
mounts.
Your gimbal mounts should still be there. You'll just have to go through and manually place them.
There's that should again. They're not.
Excellent. Sounds like progress. May I recommend swipe the gimbal mounts off something else?
I think I'm just going to take this Avenger right here. We'll just take the Stalker.
Cool. Well, conveniently, the Stalker is what I'm planning on bringing as well.
Okay, so, man, is it really losing my gimbal mounts, though? I know what I saw, but I have to verify again for my own sanity that my size 3 gimbals are, in fact, missing. Because that was kind of... I'm terrible when it comes to pointing the nose of the ship at something and pulling the trigger. Yeah. Yeah, they are missing. Huh. Frustrating. Oh. Actually, they had some components out front. I wonder if they sell what I want out there.
They may very well.
Or, I suppose there's also, what is it, Omni in the Promenade?
Oh, yep. I know the place you're meaning.
Yeah.
Omega.
Omega, that's right. Ooh, that is a big, big reclaimer. That is massive.
It really is, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's just basically a scrapyard that flies. It is all it is.
Yeah. Have you shown people around it?
You know, I haven't gone inside of it. Why not? Let's go ahead and do the tour. All fans of Sigourney Weaver will recognize the interior architecture of this thing, because, wow.
Oh, very definitely.
Now, previously when I went on board, they had to have a platform. I guess we can, call the elevator from there. Yeah, this thing's like 4 stories inside the ship. I kind of wish we had a scrap or something we could do gameplay-wise with this ship, because that would actually be kind of cool.
I think there are a great many people who are looking forward to salvage gameplay coming online. I know I am.
Let's go ahead and start off with the cargo hold if I can. There we go, cargo access. Yeah, look at that. Excuse me. 5 stories inside the ship, it looks like. And this is just the cargo hold.
So I've just gone to pick myself up an extra Gladius and I'm on my way over now. Why pick myself up an extra Gladius, I hear you say? Well, accidents happen.
No, we never have accidents.
Us?
What
No,
heresy
no, of
is
course not.
this? Okay, so this is the salvage room, and if I remember right, the cargo is where you put things you actually want to sell. The salvage room is where the bits and scraps that you knock off the other ships come to be processed, I guess? I think the idea is put it in here. Oh, hello.
I don't think that's where they come to be processed. I think it's more where you store the scrap, essentially.
I think there's a piece of the ship missing.
I will come and have a look.
I'll come have a look too.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I did the superhero landing.
Well, you're in one piece there, sir. I am impressed.
Me too. I thought for sure I was going to break like China. Is it? Huh. I think we broke it.
Nope, it's slowly coming down.
If I stand under here, will it crush me? Will that motivate it?
I think it is motivated to crush you.
Ta-da! Okay, so that was the salvage. Let's go to salvage processing.
Yeah,
But as I
think
understand it-
salvage hold is where you store
Yeah.
all basically the scrap metal and everything you strip off it, as opposed to cargo, which is more commercial goods and the likes.
See, I always assume that you take it from the salvage hold to the cargo hold. I guess I'm thinking of another game where you had to manually transfer the cargo as you salvage it. Did you just fall out of the world?
I fell to the bottom of the elevator shaft.
Oh, well, don't do
suppose
that.
you'd be willing to, oh,
Crush you horribly?
that'll let me out.
Because it seems
And
like crush you
this, folks-
horribly is the option it's going to give me.
Oh no, I'm good. I got the elevator down. But this, folks, is why it pays to wear armor, because then you have med pens available, so that when you fall horribly to your death, you actually stand a chance of sticking your limbs back on, shall we say.
See, you should have done the superhero landing.
Each to their own.
This is cool, though. They've even got the little granary chain over there. I like that. Okay. Nice to see you in one piece. Habitation deck.
It's good to be back.
Well, we do prefer you in one piece. It makes it easier to stream. Now, here we go. This
So-
is the part that's
Mass-
straight out of Aliens.
Okay. I was going to say the salvage deck is frankly huge.
They've even got the little drips from the ventilation here.
Oh yes, and they have their sub deck here.
Oh, airlock. Yeah, I remember the hammerhead. I've learned my lesson. Oh, there's a ladder. Hello, ladder.
Going to the sub deck, yeah, there's a pair of them. Have fun. It likes to try and re-grab you onto the ladder at the bottom if you're not careful.
There go. There go. I'll call your manufacturer. Now, this is engineering, if I'm not mistaken. This is their quantum drive? Or is this their power core?
I think it's the power core.
It's hard to say.
Yeah, I think it's the power core, but very much Sigourney Weaver's kind of place.
Oh, yeah, this is definitely straight out of the movies.
Well, I mean, why do you think I'm walking around armed in full armor? I mean,
Quit your grinning and drop your linen.
well, you know, of our potential victims, who are the aliens going to go for first? I'm just saying.
Oh, I see how it is. I see how it is. Yeah. So these
Ulterior
are
motives? I have
component
no idea what you
storage. Must
I'm
be.
assuming so. It looks like it.
What kind of component goes in a C1? That is big. I like this ship, though. Just the design, it's got space to move around. It feels massive, even from the inside.
And then you see it from the outside and realize that your perspective from the inside is somewhat skewed, and it's not just massive, it is huge.
Ginormous. Okay, so this must be captain's quarters. And you can tell it's civilian because the captain has enough room to breathe and stretch his elbows.
There's actually something similar on the other side.
Oh. So they got 2 captain's quarters? He just changes every other day?
I'm thinking possibly the case.
Oh, nope, this
I
is
didn't
crew. This is crew.
Right.
Yeah.
Crew quarters, captain's quarters. Yep, I see. There's even helpful labels, discreetly half hidden behind pipes to tell me that.
I'm a vampire! Ray tracing's always amusing to me in games.
Yeah, they actually had a conversation on the forums about that one because there were people asking about it. And what it came down to was that because these are full moving levels flying through space and there is so much stuff that can potentially appear in front of it, it was a tech challenge they'd looked at and gone, yeah, we need to think this one through really carefully.
I would say so. My solution would have been don't have mirrors, but I guess that's me. Oh, this looks industrial.
Did you
Tech deck,
check out
that's
this
where
one?
I'm at. I'm in the tech deck. I've wandered a bit, and oh, there's the escape pod access. Now, tech deck. So, are they doing drones here?
What if we go back this way? We have
They
a few
are.
things.
They are. This is a drone room. Let's see the
There's
drones.
also computer servers back where I am.
Probably for the drones, which are not here.
No, I'm looking forward to when my carrot gets them.
Oh, that'll be nice. I would play with drones.
Oh, absolutely.
Drones are where it's
Escape
at.
pods.
Space engineers, I do everything through drones. I almost never do anything in person if I can avoid it.
Well
Turret
worth it.
access. Grav generator room.
So this door on the other side isn't actually labelled. So I have no idea, but just going by what's in it, I'm thinking servers.
Which I like that they're putting the thought into computer rooms on these monstrosities. I know the Drake Caterpillar has a server room, and I feel like it's a complete waste of computing power because it's a Drake ship. Oh, here we go. Bridge has really sweet computers. This is retro. I'm not sure which 80s movie this is out of, but I'm sure it's in there.
That is quite the ladder.
What ladder? Did you just go... Oh, hello. There's the recycler. Okay,
Oh,
so...
yes.
Yeah, this is where the bits of ships get thrown in to mash down into manageable lumps of metal. Oh, see, I took the elevator. I didn't take the ladder.
Well, you know, there'd be nothing whatsoever that might live in a place like that and eat people coming by.
Eat people's faces with phallic appendages.
Yeah. I mean, no, that would never, ever happen. Ever.
I love the cockpit on this thing, though. This is cool. It feels like this is something you're intended to live in for a long period of time while you work.
Oh, very definitely. I mean, personally, it's not a ship I'd live in because I don't feel like getting eaten or having embryos implanted in me, but,
Well,
you know.
okay, yeah, for picking ships to live in, I'll go with the Connie Phoenix or the Mercury Star Runner, because those are nicer than where I live presently.
I'll take a Carrack.
There you go. There you go. Carrick's got space. And a couple of garages.
It does.
You mentioned the mess hall. I want to see that. Because Oh! How did I do that? I just stumbled right into it. This is the door. Okay, so previously I went around the mess hall.
You did indeed. Now
Yeah.
there was...
Alright, now everybody look at this thing and tell me that doesn't look like it came out of the first movie. Because I swear it came out of the first movie. Hey, Commander Root, welcome back. Yeah, this came out of the first movie. That right here is probably my favorite part of the whole Reclaimer, is their homage to a classic series of sci-fi movies. Okay, so this is supposed to be docking collar, so what happens if I open you? Do I get a ladder? No. Okay, so there's no
nothing that
ladder.
convenient.
They really need to have ladders for their top hatches, because that's one of my complaints on the Connie, is I've got that top hatch that vacates all atmosphere from the crew quarters on a whim, but there's no ladder I can use to get off of the gravity net and actually make use of it, so I have to take the elevator, and the elevator really only works with gravity. It's very awkward. Nope. Okay,
Well,
so I
there's other
can't use
ways you
these
can-
yet.
There's other ways you can... escape pods?
Yeah, I wanted to jettison myself in an escape pod.
Actually, there are those side airlocks at the back if you wanted to do that.
Isn't there one more deck up above, I think?
Yes. Yeah, there is. It's just got turret access up there, though.
Is that all? I thought it was something else.
No, you're right, actually. Sorry, there is
Yeah,
one.
yeah, way back here. Yeah, we have... Here it is. Salvage. I'm picking up a theme on this ship. Salvage balcony. Not sure if that's a location or a suggestion.
Or a decoration.
Ooh, there we go. Balcony view. I could get behind this. That's a cool view.
It really is.
Now I'm nostalgic for Firefly.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
Little details like, I know the players will never use this gantry crane system they've got in here, but it's cool that they put it in as a little detail.
It's the kind of thing I would expect to see used when you're offloading it to sell it.
See, I always assumed they processed the salvage here somehow and then took it down to the cargo bay, but it makes more sense what you said, where the cargo bay is where they keep their food supplies, whatever, and that's where they have all the metal scrap.
Yeah.
That is a lot of metal scrap, though. And it's, what, 2-3 arms they have on this thing for cutting apart ships?
Let's go forward and have a look.
Okay.
Because I think it's just the one arm, but it's a couple of tractor operators. In addition,
That
I
makes
think.
sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
so-
if you have a look at the size of the arm, it's well.
This
that's
is
what
the
we're running
housing for the
alongside.
arm. Yeah, right here.
No, that's the actual arm itself. You can see the joints where it
Oh,
lowers down.
okay, so they just slung the arm beneath where the turret is. Here we go. Here's the grapples. Yeah.
Yeah, the grapples and cutters.
There's the cockpit way up there where we were previously, so what a monstrosity. This thing is monolithic.
It really is, and those spotlights on it. Wow, are they powerful?
I would expect them to be. Wow.
It really, really contributes to the aliens vibe of the ship, especially when you have those lit up.
The thing looks like it's looming even when it's just sitting there.
Well, it is. I mean, how else is it supposed to sit?
Massive industrial ship, but I like big industrial ships. Just something about that's very cool to me. Of course, I'm the kind of person who will sit there and watch a Discovery Channel documentary about giant bulldozers they invent in Europe.
So, do we rent one so people can just see what happens when you take one off as far as the landing gear compression? Because that is one thing I really like about this game. They have actually thought about landing gear.
They have. I don't think I want to spend a whole hour, though, trying to break atmosphere in that thing, because they chug when you're on a planet.
Oh gosh, I hadn't been thinking that either. I'd more just been thinking get it out of the hangar and...
Now, let's grab our ships that we have and go do a little bounty hunting. Get in some explosions, because we haven't blown anything up yet.
Ooh, that's an excellent point. We need explosions.
Yeah, we've been very good. We've gone a full almost 90 minutes without detonating anything. Although, we did break the world.
You did, by jumping through it.
That's right.
Just saying, I was still here.
Yeah, stairs. Do not trust the stairs. Oh my gosh, it's closing just like Maximum Overdrive! So, what do you think? Are they going to keep the CO hall up the entire time and just eventually fill this panel up with floors?
I think so.
That's got to be resource heavy on their end, though.
Not particularly.
No? Because you've got all of those ships loaded in a small amount of space?
Yeah, but they're not going anywhere. They're not doing anything.
That's true. They're just sitting there and looking badass.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it means people who come along later have the opportunity to actually go back and see some of those earlier days, which, let's be honest, in a real convention, you would do something like that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I want to go. Made it.
Well, I'll catch you at the spaceport. Just
woo! Gives me a chance to put on my flight suit. Alright. I am a little miffed, though, that my gimbals are missing, because as I've said previously, I'm terrible without them.
That said, they have made some significant improvements to aim assist now.
Oh, so even if it's fixed firing, there's still a chance I might actually hit it?
Absolutely. There's a reason I run the Vanguard all fixed now.
Oh, do you? So you do the same mouse and keyboard that I run, and you've grown to prefer gimbals, but you can make that work, as I understand it?
Absolutely, yeah. So the thing about the Vanguard is your 4 size 2 mounts on the nose are fixed. You don't get any choice in that. So that's a good chunk of your firepower that isn't going to swing around and nail whatever you ask it to.
Yeah.
So a single size 4 weapon by itself that can track around and hit things, yeah, you'll put a bit of damage into things, but it's not the be-all and end-all. I've honestly found it more helpful to just whack a fixed size 5 in there, take the increase in firepower and range, and frankly go to town on people that way.
Go to town, yes. I don't know, I'm really fixated on the gimbals. Maybe it's time to grow up and use big boy guns.
Do you use auto gimbals?
Oh yeah.
So auto gimbals end up feeling somewhat similar to regular gimbals. I mean, heck, you could even try it with the Sabre or something like that. That does have that as an option. Just cycle through until you get to fixed mode and then turn and burn.
There we go. No, I think I'll go ahead and load up the Valiant, because that is kind of the flagship ship of Aegis. And it is a solid ship. and see if I can make it work with the fixed mountings.
Fair enough.
Doors are doing that thing where they try to kill me again. It's just like maximum overdrive.
Panthers and Omniskies. Oh, yeah, I think I might have two.
You grabbed a Valiant, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. And then I went back and grabbed the Gladius.
Oh, the Valiant's great.
Or regular Gladius, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Come on. In we go. Whew. Yeah, I think I need to get away from the city because I'm starting to get some lag. Just too much excitement. Yeah. The world is missing again. The doors are trying to deposit me in the void. I'm on to you, doors.
Sounds safe. That's the right word for it, right?
Yeah, trust the doors. The doors have your best interests at heart. There we go. Security. I actually feel safer with security here than I do with Hurston security. Hurston security, they are the honey badgers of security. They do not care.
Psychotic would be a good way to describe them.
I've been gunned down by them one too many times for exiting a shop while somebody was in the doorway.
Yeah, that's Hersek.
I
say, psychotic.
don't think you're supposed to use that level of police brutality on people. I'm not sure what level of brutality is acceptable, but I'm pretty sure that was not the level.
It's Hersek. They're going to do it anyway.
Let's see. Aegis. There it is. Let's see. I've got the Eclipse also. No, let's go ahead. Let's pull the Valiant out.
I'm afraid I didn't grab an Eclipse.
I did, just for grins. There we go, Hangar 4. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this real quick.
So, Gladius Valiant?
Yep, running a Valiant.
Grabbed.
If I'm going to do a Gladius, I want a Valiant, just because I don't like to mess with bullets. I like the energy loadout.
Agreed.
Did I get the wrong hangar? I think I did.
Hangar 4, you said?
Oh, well, Hangar 3 will probably not get me to my ship then.
It'll get me to mine.
There's something to be said for...
say.
Oh, okay. There's something to be said for the Jolly Ollie system of, yeah, it's on a pad, go figure out which one.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not such a fan of that, simply by virtue of people do annoying things like pad ramming.
Yeah, although it's been a while since I've been pad rammed. And now that I've said that, someone's going to find my server and pad ram me.
Yeah.
Brought it on myself.
You just had to go and jinx it.
I do love the startup sequence on this ship. They've not animated the other ships yet, but I'm looking forward to when they do.
Hey, poster child of Squadron!
Mm-hmm.
Because this is the test bed for all the cool new things like HUD fixes and improvements and everything else. This ship gets it first.
You say that, but I just had the canopy do a Sarite on me.
I take it you didn't wait about 30 seconds before you touched anything after you told it to get into the ship?
I did hit the Moby glass, I will admit.
Oops.
It thinks it's a Nomad. Or a Mustang.
No, it's a known bug, unfortunately, and I'm very much looking forward to when they fix it.
That'll be nice. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the contracts. Don't forget your call to arms, because if you can get paid extra for blowing up scuzz bags.
Please visit again.
Yes, thank you very much. I had completely forgotten about it, I'm afraid.
It's easy to overlook.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Let's see, these are all illegal, pirate. There we go. Pro-Tem contract from North Rock Service Group. Well, this will be over quickly, but
Yeah, I have
it
a
will give us bigger
protein
ones.
bounty contract as well.
I'll go ahead and share mine with you. And where in the verse are we going? Oh, wow.
And, you know,
Back in her sex space, Ariel.
of course, that's where we're going.
I do not have enough fuel to make it there in this thing.
So, did we want to get something else?
We could just bounce off her L4. That sounds like it's going to take a while. I don't want to take a while. Let's see. Remove claim jumpers, illegal monitors. Hey, illegal monitors. That should be quick, right? And it's at MicroTech. Let's do that one.
Cool, sounds like a plan.
Alright. Sharing it. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. Share that one. Track that one.
Go to Comaray ST431.
Where's that at, then?
Around Calliope.
Okay, I must be tracking the wrong one then, because it's saying HERSEC. Alright, let's abandon that.
It's probably defaulted to the wrong one.
Alright, tracking. Oh, that was a leaving restricted area warning. That's a good thing.
Doesn't it make you twitchy, though?
A little bit when I see red blurred out while I'm trying to go through things. There we go.
Okay, so I am powering up the quantum drive. Shall I meet you at the OM?
I can't seem to... Come on, give me my comma ray. It won't let me select the comma ray as a destination.
Yeah, I had to wriggle things around a little.
Okay, well, let's do this then.
I'm just, since we're going to get into a fight, I'm going to be paranoid and have a look at what buttons it is for countermeasures.
What? What would we need countermeasures for?
Like defensive H and J. Flares are H, chaff is J.
Oh, so it's dedicated keys instead of fumble around trying to switch for the right one.
Yep, and they work a little differently. So flares are basically crybabies, and as in they'll grab the attention of anything and everything in the area, and chaff now depresses signals.
I think I might have had the same thing that ended our stream last night happen. Why does it not like to quantum when I stream?
It did just freeze up when I tried to QT, but it unfroze a moment later.
Uh-oh. I think it's worse when it goes dead quiet.
Oh, Oh, that is incredibly cool. So I just kicked my quantum drive online and it actually flicks the QT switch up and depresses the button. And I now see it start glowing purple underneath while it's charging. The light then goes out when it's ready.
My screen froze. Oh boy.
Cool. Were you en route to OM1?
I was. I think I might be there. I don't know.
I'm not picking up any contacts.
I'm not sure if I exist or not. I have an existential crisis.
So,
Why does it not like me to QT? I was QTing earlier just fine. In fact, when I signed in, it had me still in the cockpit of the Nomad with the rock still loaded on the back, and I QT'd all the way back and landed at the starport.
Well, I'm impressed. You seem to be 2,400 clicks out into space from me.
I don't know where I am. I don't think the game knows where I am either. I think it might have just lost it. I'm trying to give it space and time to recover here, but I don't think it wants to. Huh.
So one interesting thing I am noticing is that it's reading you as talking constantly with party comms.
Well, that's interesting since I turned off my comms in the game. That should not be showing up at all.
I'm just going to mute my microphone. See what that does.
I won't even look. Oh, there we go. I've got an escape menu. Alright, microphone is muted.
Must just be local chat that I'm hearing. So you don't seem to be moving, but let me see if I can QT to you.
Getting massive amounts of lag. Oh, hang on. It's starting to render things. Wow. I don't know what this thing's deal is, but it is chop.
That is decidedly unhelpful. So I just QT'd to supposedly where it reckons you are. Dropped me out about 15 clicks from you, so I am inbound.
Okay. Yeah, it's slowly recovering, whatever that was.
I'm going to go with unhelpful.
I don't know what
There
it
you
is
go.
about QT, but does not seem to like it.
Got you, radar locked you.
Okay. I'm spooling up for Calliope. Actually, we're both in parties, so...
Yeah, I was going to say, let me swing around and get myself all aligned, and then we will do our jump together.
Yeah, go ahead and nose forward.
Just need to set my final destination. Stand by. Oh, come on, let me select it. There we go. Ha! I see you as all aligned and ready to go. Are you ready to jump?
Yeah, I just want to see if I can get your ship in frame for when we jump. There you are.
Oh, here we go.
That looked incredibly cool right up until the screen froze.
Mine tried to freeze up and recovered.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but quantum does not seem to be a thing for me this time around.
Which is really disappointing. Okay, we are here.
Okay, there may or may not be an inbound missile. Oh, no, I'm dead.
Yeah, that was exciting.
I have no idea what
Apparently
happened.
QT'd into the planet.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because it registered your beacon 500 kilometers away, and let's just put it this way. The monitors were only 700 kilometers away, and they were on the other side of the planet, or other side of the moon, which, yep, is very small for a moon, but they're not rendering things to full scale here, quite deliberately.
That's unfortunate. I have the black screen of death going.
Oh.
Yeah. Party disbanded. I've been abandoned.
And yet you're still in party and the party leader.
Okay. I don't understand it, but we'll roll with it.
Yep. Were you going to come back and try this one in a different ship?
I'm gonna have to, since I've just buried my Valiant at sea. I'm gonna blow something up besides myself this string dart.
So, it seems like there's a wee bug with weapon audio, because I'm not hearing it at all.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Turned up to 100% and they become audible, but at 50% they're not at all.
Yeah, I think it's definitely trying to throw its toys out of the cot. Because I'm getting some Doctor Who action on this elevator. Every time I open up the doors in the elevator, there's a void full of snow, and what I assume is the tunnel from the train.
Well, at least life is interesting.
Okay,
Yes, that's the word I'm going to go with. Interesting.
Yeah. I can see somebody else's elevator in the distance of the void. Huh. Let's try a different floor. Maybe the planet will start existing.
Did you manage to get everything changed over to the other drive?
Yeah. Yeah, this is upgraded everything. And if I go to the first floor, I can indeed see the city, all the sparkly lights. I can see the spaceport in the distance, the tram that goes to it.
Weird. Maybe the first floor textures will load in now.
Yeah, let's see what the ground has. Hey, it exists.
Exciting.
It's always hard when you have an existential crisis in Star Citizen.
And with Star Citizen, it can be a little more visceral than most.
That was something out of the Twilight Zone. Possibly even the Outer Limits. And now we play Commuter Citizen.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I'm on a train.
Woohoo.
Careful, doors are now closing.
I guess I'm taking the Avenger Titan out now, since I managed to blow up my Gladius.
Seems like it might be a reasonable idea. Now, unfortunately, it's actually dark enough that I can't see where the hell I'm meant to be heading.
Oh, quantum beacon, right? Ooh, wow. Even the train ride's choppy.
Yuck. Yeah, it'd be nice if I did have a quantum beacon for you.
Nearing next stop.
Vastly overrated, those quantum beacons. You don't need to know where you're going. Just crazy talk.
Oh, now that I've got down below the cloud,
Uh,
I think I can see
Careful,
it.
doors are now closing.
doors can't be closing. The doors didn't even open. Wait, this is the spaceport. Let me back in. I think the train's against me.
Quiet and energy efficient.
Do you have a marker for me?
MicroTech is proud to bring you the next step in urban transport.
Nope. Just to destroy some monitors.
Take the extra step. Be aware of your surroundings and use caution. Capsule now approaching.
You in the
station.
train?
Stand
No.
clear of disembarking
There
passengers.
was a disagreement about the stop and then the doors, and it's a whole thing. There we go. I am now on the train. Train is departing
Whereabouts?
in 5 seconds.
I think I know where you were.
Yeah, I'm at the Tobin Center right now.
So you have another stop to go through first.
Yeah, I took the long way,
Nearing next
apparently.
stop.
Cool, which one are you going through? The Aspire or...
Going through the promenade next.
Sweet. Let me know when you're leaving the promenade, because I'll come and buzz your train.
Okay, leaving in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Careful, doors are now
Okay, doors are closing. And we're off. Wait, where are we going backwards?
There you go. Woof! So, apparently I managed to bounce off something. Trying to follow you, there was a this thing's not responding well.
Did you miss a piece of your ship somewhere?
No, but apparently I managed. So I just tore the nose gun off, but apparently I managed to do some other damage.
Well, I'll bet your ship will make it all the way to the scene of the accident.
I think it will. On the plus side, I am going to be able to make it to New Bab.
Spaceport! Helps when I get off at the right stop. Okay.
Oh yes, I ripped the entire nose mount off. And, oh, that would be why I, So, the winglets. Apparently I tore one of the left-hand winglets off.
Oh,
And,
yep.
Oh, my left rudder. What else did I do? Yeah, that would be why it's been, handling a little bit differently. But I like the fact that I damaged the ship like that and I could instantly tell that I damaged it. Because the damage itself actually isn't massively visible.
Let's do this. Yeah.
For the latest updates on ship
Pull
availability
up.
and gate assignments, please use one of the conveniently located terminals.
Alright.
You know, you
Hammer
could always
4.
take your Gladius loadout and... Oh, sorry, your Gladius Valiant loadout and slap it on your other one.
I don't have another one. I just have the one.
Ah, right.
So we're gonna go with the Avenger. It's a solid ship.
Cool. Well, I'm going to go claim this ship, reconfigure the next one, and, yeah.
Alright, now it's a ship, not a beach ball. Don't blow it up.
You, sir, are a spoil sport.
And a hypocrite. Oh!
Did you, move as you were getting into it?
No. I failed walking out of an elevator.
And is Mr. Freefall now your name by chance?
No, I failed superhero landing, so... Gosh. I think something about IAE, it just breaks Star Citizen, because it was, I swear, running perfectly fine earlier today, and now I can't seem to do anything without breaking something or being broken, or both at once, if at all possible.
You know it's just because you're streaming, eh? And
It's gotta be. It's because everyone's watching.
exactly what I mean, yeah. Like, it's nothing to do with the streaming software, because we've tested that when nobody's watching.
Okay, so we just need people to tune in and then cover their eyes, and that's how that works, right?
Yes, yeah.
There we go. Well, that is actually our time for tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and call it there with Elevator Death Fall. And we'll see if we can fly a ship tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a whole new day for the expo. We've got Consolidated Outland that we've looked across. We've looked at some Grey Cat, some Argo, Aegis again today. So tomorrow, let's see what they've got. It's going to be Anvil Aerospace. Nice.
And interestingly enough, Anvil happen to be the folks who make my Carrack.
Your Carrack, my Hawk, they do pretty much all of my favorite ships. I flew an Arrow for quite a while before upgrading it to the Hawk. The extra firepower makes all the difference when you're in a light fighter. But they've got other things besides fighters out there. They're sort of the up-and-coming competitor to Aegis. So I think we'll have to do tours of the Carrack and show all that good stuff off tomorrow.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely. Well, I'm Tim and I, and this is Nyx. Thank you for joining us at the Ministry of Ungentlemanly PvE. We'll catch you next time.